ladies and dudes, you know who we be. JabberJawz in the booth. My name is the Vulgar Desperado.
Sitting with them is the Gentleman Bastard.
And the Sinister Diplomat.
Today we want to go over some comic book movie news and updates and ask the question to y'all, the audience. Are you more excited with these recent updates? But first, please hit us with the solid. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. Thank you very much. So we're going to post some pictures here. Look at the screen, please, if you're just listening. But you're going to see the latest updates, or rather leaked pictures, set pictures of Deadpool, where you got Wolverine in the full-on mustard-ass yellow costume. and
Where the yellow and blue? Where the yellow and blue?
Sprinkles.
You sure all I saw was yellow and brown on that shit. Nigga looking like a goddamn sandwich.
And then after, we're going to talk about the latest casting updates for Superman Legacy, the new film from James Gunn's new DCEU. But first, let's go over this Deadpool one. And what are you thinking, Sinister Diplomat?
So in a general sense, you know, not too big or care about the costume or anything like that. I think it's cool for nostalgia. That's very true. That's always dope. I think everybody grew up with it. Not most people grew up with that, you know.
Exactly.
And even in that, like, even in X-Men Evolution, even in all the other
she was
X-Men
orange
shit,
up in that motherfucker. But
yeah,
X-Men Evolution is good though.
It was still the concept of that
yellow
and blue type shit. I don't care though.
Do you like it though? Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't hate it, man. It looks all right. It looks different. It looks on the lines of what Deadpool is wearing, which is
it kind of does
that fucking rubber suit with like, you know, whatever shit's going on with
like
it.
It's made for his universe, like the Deadpool universe.
But it's not something I really care about. I'm just more excited for the aspect of Deadpool and Wolverine finally being in a movie together. It should have happened. And we're not counting Origins because that's bullshit. But we're gonna count this as like the original.
So did the costume or just in general are you excited for?
I'm excited for the
just in general.
The costume.
Okay. What about you, Gentleman Bastard?
When it comes down to it, I'm pretty excited for the whole thing. Like how Sinister Diplomat was saying, like it's gonna be good for the nostalgia factor. I'm digging that entire thing, but. I mean, I don't really like the colors of it. Like you just started it off the whole video with mustard yellow.
Yeah.
He wears that nice bright yellow in the cartoons and stuff, comics and all that. And yeah, I'm not expecting him to come out like with the brightest like canary yellow
it's
ever.
Just a little dirty,
it's
man.
just it's just, and then you know the brown adds to it instead of like having the blue accents. So I'm like. Just based off of that, I'm not excited about his costume in any way, but I'm agreeing with the entire like aspect of him and Deadpool finally being in a movie, having that fully going down, and the fact that they got that bromance. You know, these two are hella friends. I'm ready for that little like buddy type cop movie maybe that they can make with this type of thing.
Right.
You know? So,
I would agree on that. I'm definitely excited for seeing those two on the screen. Ryan Reynolds has been asking for it, and Hugh Jackman's finally able and down for
right
it.
Away, why
so
not?
I'm expecting some laughs. Yeah, you know, but that being said, I was looking at that costume and I was like, hey man, you know what? Some things are good only for animation.
Yep.
But I did see a post from a YouTuber, shout out to Comics with your boy Zach, where he kind of posted up these comparison videos and he brought up a good point. There was a sick actual kind of costume, not a full costume, but at the end of the Wolverine, he showed up that picture, and if I remember, it looked a little bit more, you know, better realism, you know, and maybe
it looked closer to the costume from the cartoon.
Yeah, and look, that's like I said, a bright yellow costume. Listen, if I'm a superhero, yellow is not my color. I'm not choosing no fucking yellow. That being said, you know, maybe there is a way, a tone, a hue to make it look a little cooler. But then again, it's a big ass yellow costume. I don't know how this thing is. So it's not ugly because it is what it is. Like I'm about it, you know, I'm about it. But at the same time, I was like, yo, is that real? Like when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know, nigga, is that real?
I thought it was definitely like some CG bullshit or like some just picture bullshit in the long run. But for sure with I also think it's just different time spans, and if we're going off the Wolverine, that's in a different realm of.
I mean,
time.
it's very it's like 90s, kind of in that, because X-Men at that time was in that edgy time when the comic books are edgy. I mean, listen, if you remember the cartoon, if you remember the comic books, Storm had a motherfucking mohawk at one point. Right?
Yes,
so,
she did.
So there's levels to this shit where you're kind of like, okay. Like, I get it before the nostalgia. I get it for the concept. I get it for the humor. I get it all. But at the same time, it did look a little cheesy. But that being said, Deadpool's not a serious movie.
It's not.
So I think,
it might just add to the tone.
It looked kind of funny, and I think it's supposed to, maybe. Yep. But at the same time,
if he puts on the mask, man.
I think he does.
Yeah. We've seen pictures of it. Yeah. But if it actually happens, that's when it takes that other level of
right, because we don't know how this whole story is gonna go, but I at the very least it did kind of make me excited for it, because seeing the costume, because I was like, oh, y'all niggas are you're really embracing what we've all kind of wanted to see, so that did make me excited. So I'll give that a couple thumbs up. Hey, I'm ready for it. In a lot of ways, I kind of forgot this movie was actually happening, and seeing that, I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, all right, well, this could be fun.
Here we go. Yeah, here we go. We'll see.
So, but moving on to the James Gunn here. That, I'm not gonna lie, the new casting
is pretty solid.
What? Before, in the previous video, I was like, nah, you know what? I'm kind of over it.
Don't know who this Superman is.
Yeah, but this new casting, listen. Superman looks like Henry Cavill Jr. and I was like, y'all should have kept him. Lois looks fine as fuck in some pictures, and other times she got the long face. So I'm like, I don't know, and I've never seen her, so I wasn't sold. But these new casting, these last three people, I'm about it. Hawkgirl is a baddie. I ain't seen her in shit, but she's a bona fide baddie.
Alright, I'm about it.
We're all about that.
Yeah. So, hold on. Like, the dude that played Mr. Terrific, he was in X-Men First Class. He played Darwin. He died. My nigga was tight. But I'm about that. I was like, yo, he's got that brainy kind of let me. He played a guy named Darwin. I'm about it. I'm ready. And the biggest one, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Nathan Fillion just because it's Nathan fucking Fillion. Yeah. He is a Keanu Reeves, Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman, lovable motherfucker that you're like, yo, this dude is awesome in whatever the fuck he touches.
True.
That being said, like everybody has kind of pointed out, because he's done the voice and he has that swagger, you're like, well, why is he not Hal? And
bro,
my only thing to that is he's older now.
Well, true, but we also don't know when. Again, this isn't supposed to be an origin story of any sense, so we don't know when this is taking place. Obviously, we think Superman's kind of young. That's just going off of how he looks.
But to add on to something, though, because to add on to that, also, Guy Gardner is like the Red Lantern, angry Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So I'm a little surprised that was Nathan Fillion, too. But I don't know. I'm excited to see Nathan Fillion, because Nathan Fillion, if you've seen the Suicide Squad, he was the detachable kid. That nigga was slapping people, armless. That shit had me fucking weak. When I saw that he was announced as that, I had to go watch that scene. I had to watch that shit because that cracked me the fuck up. He's hilarious. That being said, I'm excited to see him, and I think he could play a good Guy Gardner. And I'll admit he might be a better Hal, at least in the animated world. Definitely. But I think he's, oddly enough, he's kind of built more like Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner's got kind of more like a stock build. And he's kind of built more like that. So he might be a fly-ass Guy Gardner. But,
I think, again, man, acting-wise, I think all these fools are going to crush. Like, I don't think that's going to be a question. It's just all about how the movie's going to be. We're used to getting, some origins of how these people start off, but I'm kind of happy we're not. Like, I think we've talked about a little bit, and in the long run, I think there's potential for this movie to be great.
So because of new casting, I mean, to make you more.
Yeah, this new casting again. I wasn't too keen on the Lois and Superman. I don't know who they are, so I don't want to judge a book before I know it. But these other fools, I've pretty much seen them all do something. except for Hot Girl. But it don't matter.
Yeah, she bad. She get the pass. I'm sorry. She get the pass.
She get the pass for sure. But I'm excited, man. I think it's gonna. They both have potential in Deadpool and Superman to be good.
Yeah, it did make me a little bit more excited because, I mean, I'll be real, again, Spider-Man kind of got my love for comic books brought back in across the Spider-Verse. It brought my love back. So, any good news is gold to me right now because the genre is dying, but, I'm excited for it. But what about you, Gentleman Bastard?
Oh, when it comes down to it, I am pretty excited for this. This new news did get me back on board for it because when they first were announcing, there was no nothing for me. No gusto, no activities, I don't want to. I ain't care for it. I wasn't trying to make plans to see it, nothing like that. But now, I want to see this. I want to see what's up. Like I never had too much love for Supes, even though DC is more my niche than Marvel. But hey, now I want to see what's going on in this one. I want to see how it's gonna turn out. And I mean, like y'all said, Hot Girl is baddie. I gotta see this movie.
Yeah, dead ass though. Like dead ass.
There are certain people that will bring you to the movie to watch that movie.
Hey,
she is definitely one of those people.
Yep.
Call a nigga shallow, but looks are important. We all have different tastes, but hey, as long as your
I
eyes
like
are
a cute face, and she got one.
Yeah. And a tight waist. But, I mean, overall, I think the JabberJawz are pretty excited from the latest update and news. I also did hear a rumor that, and I don't know, they were saying that the Authority, the villain they're using in the James Gunn superhero villain, was a misdirection. That's not even the truth. It could be, we don't know. And I'll be real, with those guys and Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner, I'm a little confused at what the fuck could even happen because listen, maybe there's some hope there.
Personally, if I had one negative right now, they're introducing a lot of characters.
They are introducing a lot, and James Gunn kind of
get that until a fucking movie.
He did talk about how he wants to introduce people to jump off and launch other things. Though. And I mean, in the spirit of comic books, anytime you read like an event type book, you're bound to like Crisis on Infinite Earths versus and Secret Wars. You're going back between all these characters, and at this point, if you know comic books, you know a lot of these niggas. So, I don't hate that because I'm used to comic books. I do think for the normie audience, that's going to be a little bit confusing, but at the same time, I think people, or if they're just willing and open to it, they can be, they can get into it.
Topic for a different day.
Yeah, exactly. But y'all know what it is. What do y'all think? Are you guys more excited for the superhero films? And these two in particular, did the costume or the casting actually turn you off? Do you not care? Are you still ambivalent to all of it? Let us know in the comments. You know what it is. JabberJawz in the booth. Vulgar Desperado.
Gentleman Bastard.
Citizen Diplomat.
We will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
We out.